All right, perfect. And then let's get a little introduction.
Hi, I'm married to Tola Schilling. I'm Frank's sister, also with Ann and Carol, my sisters, and of course my brother who's deceased, Jim, and there was also another sister, Janet, who is deceased. And this is a really neat idea that my brother Frank put together, or Dean, I'm not sure who suggested it, but we're all very happy to be here and start telling the old stories that we hope the grandkids don't hear.
All I can say is I'm the third generation of Schilling construction, and I have my two sons. Hopefully it will be the fourth, and I don't know where we're going from there.
All right, I'm Ted Schilling. I'm the youngest of all of them. So I've seen pretty much everything that has happened between all my siblings and cousins. I'm married and I got a family of 3, 2 girls and a boy. I own T&M Tire Service.
I'm Gene Schilling, son of Estelle and Louis Schilling, and I'm a member of the clan, this Schilling clan, and just here to enjoy the family, and came up from Florida, and they call me the genius, Eugene the genius, because I made more mistakes than the rest of them, and I made more than my share, I know that. I grew up working in the lumberyard for about 10-12 years, and then I ran the motel for 5 years, and then I went into the restaurant business for about 14 years, and then the liquor business for about 20 years. And I was able to do that with the ability of what our parents were able to do for us, how they put every one of us in business.
Gene, it was only 30 seconds.
I know. Yes, I got you. But just really proud of our parents. You know, growing up here was one of the most unique things that could have happened to anybody. And out of the 18 children, every one of us to this day would still get along and sit at a table and enjoy their company. And that's the sign of just great parents.
My name is Carol McClymont Schilling. I'm daughter of Frank and Sylvia. And as I was going to say, that we all are just been so blessed. I mean, first of all, our faith that they taught us, most important, to family, love God, serve others, hard work, and everything I have. My children, I mean, we're so thankful for everything they've done for us, and I'm trying to teach my children, and please, I know that you are taking care of, you know, all that have gone before us, and you got my Joey with you, and I love you, and thank you so much.
My name is Ann Paris. I'm the daughter of Frank and Sylvia Schilling. Hi. And I'm the 5th one in the family. And I'm so grateful for my parents. And they did a good job raising us. And being next door with Aunt Stale and Uncle Louie, we grew up as a big family, went to church and everything, and we played together as one big family and got along and did hard work and everything else. Thank you.
My name is Peggy, and I think the thing our family was so special about, that we were very family, that the 2 houses, we were all like brothers and sisters, and they taught us to work hard, pray hard, and that family, you're always there for family. Thank you.
Robert James Schilling. I'm the oldest one left out of the Schilling. How did I do it? I don't know, because I had a stressful life. But I'm here today and protect the Schilling family.
Got some words of wisdom?
Words of wisdom. Frank Schilling and Louis Schilling, I had 2 dads fighting every day. I worked at the lumberyard, unload boxcar to mortar, cement, drove a truck, and I had to deliver lumber to every subdivision in St. John. And what else? Then I ran a truck stop right over the viaduct for about 30 years. And we had the busiest truck stop in northern Indiana. I had drivers from Florida, Tennessee, Alabama, and they all stopped at my place because we had the cleanest truck stop in the United States. And they brought me moonshine from my bar, Bad Habit Saloon.
Frank Schilling. Oh yeah. So a brief history about I guess my life. First of all, my mom and dad, my father and brother were identical twins, and they moved to St. John, Indiana in 28 or 30, and married my mom and my aunt Estella, and this is the rest of the story. Anyway, from 1932, they moved to St. John, built a gas station, and what can I say? Right after the war, my dad and Uncle Louie decided to start a lumber company. I was born in 1944. My father and my uncle did not serve in the military. They both had flat feet, so they actually worked and dry dock ships where they built ships in the Calumet, Chicago area. Anyway.
Frankie, tell them how they saved the ship. The lights all went off and the ship started turning.
Actually, I don't remember that, Bob. I really don't. So anyway, they got a brainstorm bug up their ass to start a lumber company. They were both contractors, and it took a year or two because of all the competition around here. Fought my father furiously, telling all the suppliers and mills that they really they're a contractor that wants to buy direct, and they're not really wanting to start a lumber company. But it so happened to be that Edward Hines, one of the oldest companies in the country, they had a lumber mills and they had a wholesale division in Chicago. And my father went to them, and they took a liking to my dad. He came in with muddy boots, shoes. This is what my father said, and pleaded to sell him a small truckload of lumber. Edward Hines agreed under one condition, that don't come back for a month. My dad sold a wasn't a semi, it was a smaller truck, a lumber in one day, and came back 2 days later and went to his office and pleaded with him to sell him some more lumber. And Edward Hines, that's the grandfather of Hines Lumber out of Chicago, said, hey, with that determination, you're going to make it. And he sold my dad another truckload of lumber. Actually, my father told a story that he put a spur in at the yard, and it was going to be Schilling Lumber and Coal, but 1946, that's when coal was going out and oil was coming in. So the invoices say Schilling Lumber and Coal Company, but they never sold coal. But anyway, it wasn't for Edward Hines. My father never got in business. There's letters from Georgia Hardwood back in 1945. Georgia Hardwood is now Georgia Pacific. They had lumber mills. They refused my father. They said, no, we cannot sell you lumber at this time, but mentioned that they admired his courage to try to get in this industry at this time. The war was over. All the troops were coming back. It was the biggest housing boom in probably 60 years, because, the men were coming back. Millions of men coming back, getting married, needing housing. So anyway, fast forward, the lumber company kept growing, and my my brother and I, when we were in our 20s, my father allowed us to take over the operations of the company, and here we are today, a very successful company. Right now we have 3 locations, 180 employees, great employees. The only reason I believe that our company is where we are today is because of our parents. They taught us hard work ethics. They taught us to treat everyone with great respect. Like I said, hard work ethics, and we're very blessed to, as I'm not sure you know it, but in a way we were raised by 4 parents. My uncle and aunt and my dad and father, they built one house in 42. Anyway, I was born in that house. We lived downstairs. My uncle and aunt and their children lived upstairs. I believe there was probably 12 kids at that time before they built the 2 homes where we're standing right now. Anyway, all blessed to be raised by 4 parents, and I'm sure that had a lot to do with it. And we've been very successful in our land development business. My grandfather started it in 1890, I believe. We're close to the 5th generation in land developing. And of course, I believe the most gratifying project that we've done at the Schillings, my wife and I and my sons, was the Shrine of Christ's Passion, no doubt. It's all about being in this world for a small fraction of time and trying to make it better. And from what I hear from people walking through the shrine, it's changed their lives. And I find that very gratifying, very blessed opportunity to try to make a change in the world. And with that, good day.
Okay, can I have your attention, please? Can I have your attention, please? With this rowdy bunch, you need somebody to orchestrate it, so can I have your attention, please?
Yes, go for it.
So first of all, I'm going to ask you behind door number 1, or door number 2, or door number 3. There's a picture of Frank Sr., there's a picture of Louis, and a picture of Estelle and Sylvia. So you have to guess which picture.
Is which one?
Is which one? I'll let the ladies go first. You 3 collaborate. Where do you think Estelle's picture is?
I'm taking her right to the middle.
Middle?
I say
I already
you're going to the right.
Okay. Now, you 2, which one do you think's Louis?
Louis, the one farthest to the right.
Louis, Estelle, so then this means this is Frank, right?
Without a doubt.
Yeah, but my dad was never on the left.
Never on the left?
He was never on the
He
left.
was never left out.
He was never.
I say that's Louis.
I say that Dad and Louis are both there.
I-
They're
you know
both
what?
on the right.
You know-
No, I say they're in the middle. Louis and Frank are in the middle.
You know what different? You know what?
And the
You
lady
guys,
is sitting
you
on
guys
the
are
side.
the narrators of pulling legs and pulling.
Yes, go for it.
Yeah, okay. There ain't pictures of them, but there's some pictures here, though.
Yes,
Yes.
very interesting.
Nice,
Yes.
interesting pictures.
Yes.
Very nice.
Oh
Wow.
Well, take
Yeah.
a look. See if you can recognize.
Well, I remember the baseball field.
That's my favorite picture right there. That says it all. That told the future 100 years ago what was coming.
I can't believe shows us playing baseball.
I know. We remember we had a team.
We had a team.
60. What year was
We played baseball every night during the summer for 14
You can tell, look at
years.
this. Look, whoever it is.
And never, you know this, we played baseball for 14 years during the summer, every night and never once did we complete a game? Are you aware of that? No, have you ever heard that? That is the truth.
I can see that.
Somebody got mad and went home every night, but you know what? We all came back the next night. It was the same deal.
I bet you in 20 it could have been the added. It's not, you know what I'm saying?
I don't remember this picture.
This one has to be all
Here's the house. Look
The
at
house
that.
that all of us grew up in.
Crazy.
Yeah, no, it is.
Yeah, the house.
What the heck is
Here's
that over there
where,
to the right?
here's where I,
Middle down.
on the side they had bushes,
Birthday party.
and I said shit.
Oh, no, you.
I said shit.
think this was the house on
And
16th Street.
I
That's
hid
the one, but this one down
for
here.
3 hours.
I bet.
And
That one
Aunt-
is
your
Chicago
mom
Heights.
went crazy.
Right?
I could
I
not
want to
find
say,
it. Yeah.
I don't know.
And I
Maybe
hid in the
Frank knows.
bushes
Oh.
here
It's a reverse side of it.
because I thought
Because there's the
I thought
barn.
I was gonna get my ass
Oh,
kicked.
okay, yeah.
And
Good idea.
it got dark.
Yeah.
And finally, I got scared and I came out.
Virgin Island? Who's
Yeah.
birthday?
Now, is
Mary
this
Jo.
in Chicago Heights?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's the hospital, or 16th Street, I think.
Mary's birthday.
God, Mary,
It's
you're-
not
It's
my
your
birthday.
birthday.
It's at
You're
your
in the
house.
middle.
But it's
You're
at
in the
your
middle.
house.
that's Mary
You're in the
Jo.
middle.
I know, but I bet it's.
Oh, you
Tom.
stole the show. Yeah.
That's Bob.
That's Joe. That's
That's Joanne.
This is Bob
Joanne.
right here.
It can't be. I bet
That's
it's the
Joanne.
twins.
That's me. That's Jim Cowman.
That's
Yeah.
Bob.
That is
That's
Bob.
Dick.
No, that
That's
could be me.
Dick?
No, that could be me. No, that
That's
wouldn't be
Mike.
me.
That's
gotta
Mike.
be Mike because this is Jim Cowman and I'm next to him. Me and Jim used to be.
Well, Mike can't.
Yeah, hell,
Yeah,
that
that's
don't
Mike.
look like you, Gene.
Well, look at- if that-
Can you see?
What
I
is
wonder
that?
if that's Jerry.
What is this, Grandma?
Could that have been?
Yeah, that's
You
Grandma.
sure that's
Grandma,
not?
That's
Shelley?
after the
Yeah.
storm.
Lady, that was
Who's the one in
amazing.
the middle then?
She
This
was
is
deaf
Joanne.
and she could catch a cursor.
Okay.
Okay, well, that's
That's Luke's
Joanne.
oldest daughter,
That can't be
right?
Mike.
And Jim.
This I don't know.
This
who
is
it is.
Joanne.
That's Bob.
That could be. Is that Dick?
That's Joanne and
Then
that's
that's
Jim.
Dick. That's Dick.
Okay, that's Jim.
That's Bob.
That's me.
Teddy.
That's Joanne.
Tim and Tom.
Yeah.
That's you, boy, Gene. That does. I mean, that's fine. I know you guys hung around.
Mike looks bigger than all of them.
No, Mike's the one that's held up.
He's standing up.
Oh, he's held up. Oh, well, that's how he was standing. That's what I was.
Annie, I think.
No, that's Francis.
Louis and Terry in Alaska. Wow.
Yeah.
Cool.
That's your mom.
No, that's in Arizona. I know by the statue.
Yeah. 100 years ago. That tells the whole family story, that bottom one.
The bottom one, yeah.
We will suit you. Just tell us how we're gonna work it out, but we're gonna work it out. We're not letting the customer go. Absolutely not.
Copy I have or what, but I have that.
I had this one too.
I think Francis must have gave us a copy.
Smaller, but I bet I could have given it to Frank to use because I know I had that one.
One second, check if I could. I'm
So
sorry.
is that our?
Okay, Dick would like to say something.
I think, first of all, we should take a moment of silence
I got a picture of a house in Chicago Heights.
for the family members
Okay, I'm sorry.
that are not here.
Say that?
We'll take a
moment
moment of
of
silence.
silence.
Just remember. God, there's
Remember
For
3, 4,
Francis,
5, 6, 7.
Janet,
7 are gone.
brother Jim, sister Janet,
Tim and Tom.
Louis,
John.
Tim and Tom,
I know there's.
and Big John.
And Francis.
You got Frank.
Oh,
Especially our parents.
Yep.
And our parents.
Yes.
Great stuff.
Couldn't have been any better.
But you know, that, I was thinking this afternoon, that's what made the family the way it is. It's the way Dad and Louie
Yeah.
and Stell, your mother and my mother,
Yeah.
they did things together. The first house, you know, you lived upstairs, we lived down, and then they decided to build these homes. And that's why we were, you know, I never considered you guys cousins. It was
No,
always
we were
like
one
you
big
were,
family.
we were one, yeah, like brothers and sisters. But I think because of that, that's why we remain close, because how close they were. I mean, they did everything together.
Mom said that for the first 20 years they shared one checking account.
Right.
Can you imagine? I mean, which sister-in-law and brother-in-law you guys want to share with it? I mean, that's and nobody
That is
complained. You
That
know,
is the truth.
nobody complained. I mean, think about that being so
No,
unique
I
on its
know.
own. You
I can
know,
remember,
it was from doctor bills to groceries
everything.
to gas. It didn't matter. It came out of one checking account, and they shared it all together.
So I think that's what really made us the way we are, truly. And we're still staying the same,
Frank, can
and
we
we're
share
doing it
our-
to our kids, our
Can
family, you know?
can we
I
share,
mean, it's
share
not-
checkbook? Gosh, you're right.
Do you want to? I'm willing to adjust. Do you want to share the loan commitments?
Yeah, it all comes out of the same checkbook. I'll take my chances. I'll take my chances.
Okay, now we're gonna play.
No wonder.
All right, we
My
never know what we're
grandson
playing.
With his brilliant mind.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
No, they started out in business. I believe this is true, and I've heard it, and I wasn't around for it, but when they started out in business, they started out with one truck. Dad and Frank would go to the lumberyard in the morning, load up the material. They would drive to Dyer, drop Dad off in the material. Frank would drive back, deliver lumber all day, and at the end of the
Really?
day, they would drive back.
I did not know that.
Yeah. Is that true? Is that correct? When they started out, they had one truck. When we started out, we only had one car.
Well, tell me about the car. We were
One car
three,
between the two families.
we were piled, three up in the back seat. That I remember when we had to go to church.
It was.
Jumped in.
It was an experience. People used to stand outside the church watching the showings come in. 'Cause
It's
they
like
said,
that.
There's no way they'll get 11 people out of that car.
That's like that with the clowns coming out of the car. You know that trick? They keep going.
Church in the lumber truck, and in the summer, we just stood on the truck and, jumped off. But I know one.
Who took those photos?
My dad would never allow me to have a car. I don't know how you guys.
Okay,
I
that's
don't
when
know how
they
you
were
ever
in
got a car.
Florida.
Oh my gosh, how beautiful.
It's Florida.
Oh, watch this.
Is that Ray Dewis? I bet that's Ray Dewis.
Yeah.
Yeah, redo us.
Yeah. Uh-huh.
This is about a 25-minute highlight
Yeah,
video
Ray Dewis.
of 5 hours worth of video
Yeah.
we found so far.
Uh-huh.
That's Jim Till. No, that's.
That was Dad or Uncle Louie.
Yeah.
That's,
Oh, that's Uncle Louie, yeah.
There's Louie. Louie's on the left.
Left, yeah. Dad's on the right, yeah.
There were some days.
They would go to Florida. They would go to Florida for a week or two.
Yeah.
Uncle Edmund
I wonder
and
who that
Dorothy
is.
would watch us.
That's Mary,
Remember that?
right?
Oh, Mary had white hair.
Mary Jo drinking out of the bottle.
No,
I
Mary
had
did
white
it.
hair.
I wasn't here.
You can see how long those guys have been in this, son.
Don't know.
A good story. Good story. When I ran the. When,
I was gonna say,
when we ran the restaurant. Dad and Mom would come in and have dinner, and then a lot of times Frank and Sylvie would come in. On a regular evening and that. One of the waitresses finally went to my wife and said, "Pam, why would Mr. Schilling two-time in front of his kids?" He comes in, and then he comes in 2 hours later, and he eats again with another one. Two-time. They said two-time.
Joey Hero.
That's Joey Hero.
Yeah. That was Jim Teal, too.
Yeah, I saw Jim, yeah.
They would all go to Florida together, huh?
Yeah.
Wow. Interesting.
Who's that?
That was Dan or
That
Louie.
looks like Louie.
Yeah, it looks like, yeah.
Oh, wait, they didn't like the step.
Something to do. They have to work. They cannot be on vacation without working.
Yeah.
They gotta work.
They might take the tree home. The lumber.
They had to pay for the tree when they were done. They had no clue. They weren't supposed to do it.
Wrong tree. It was just the twig that you were supposed to.
It didn't belong there.
Me and Tim and Tom back in Lewis Estates, when Ginger's owned that, me and Tim and Tom and Steve Bakke got a 2-man saw, and we sawed down the big oak trees. And Uncle Frank and everybody was playing baseball in the ball field. He'd come out there and raise hell with us. He said, "This is not our land. You guys have to clean this up." We spent 2 weeks cutting trees up, trying to cover them up. Could never get rid of them. But we tried to cover, cut off all the branches and tried to act like, you know, yeah, crazy stuff that we got ourselves into.
That's
That
gotta
looked
be
like
Miriam Teal.
Looked
Maybe
like
that's
Marion
Connie.
Teal.
Maybe
Marion
that's
Teal,
Connie.
wasn't it?
Yeah, I bet that's their daughter, Connie.
Well, they got burnt that night.
And I actually think, not because I lived there, but I actually think they used to go to St. Pete. Is that right?
I have no idea. I always thought they went towards Miami
Oh, over on the Daytona or whatever.
because that's where Teals were always at.
Look at Dad in his Sunday shoes and his shorts.
Does he have brown socks on?
I think so. Look at, well, maybe they don't have socks on.
Brown or black?
Anything crazy.
You see where Tommy Bahama got
They're all gonna fall.
You can imagine people dressing that way today.
Yeah, I was gonna say, looks like that Tommy Bahama seen his video.
Who's
That's
that?
mom. That's mom.
I guess, I don't know.
I could see your mom.
Well, thank the Lord they weren't drinking.
Oh, they had gray socks on. Gray socks, not black.
They're in style.
It's got red.
The red and, yeah, blue, yeah.
Here, the 2 horsemen.
Yeah.
Not the 4, the 2 horsemen.
Damn, I know they either one want to give up. I know the story. It just crazy.
You know, the neighbors next door, he said, "I can't believe it, twice in a row, 2 years in a row, the same idiots came down right next to me." No peace.
No, I mean, really.
That's Dad.
Oh,
Because of his birth mark on his chest. Yeah.
That's
That goes to Chicago Heights, don't it?
Yeah, that's great. Oh,
No. That's a gas station.
yeah.
That's our lumber truck there. Dean, you see that?
Yeah, I saw it pulling out.
Yeah, there's a white picket fence around.
Yeah.
There's the office. That's where it all started.
Oh,
Oh,
yeah.
yeah.
I was talking about this barn right here. That was all made out of pins. They bought that and moved it, and they brought it there, and there wasn't a nail in it. It was all pins.
There's the barn.
Wood pins.
There was the start.
Does that look like an
There's
easy
the box
operation
car.
now? You could go back, that's it?
That brings me back memories, the boxcar.
There's Janet.
Always. Did you guys have to do it too?
That's Janet,
You
isn't
guys
it?
always
No.
have to sing.
That's not Janet?
Yeah, it could be.
Jim and Frank.
Yeah, I'm in the center.
Yeah.
I'm the one that peed in his pants.
Ah,
Is that buckskin?
Yeah.
there's some scary looking Santa
That's my mom, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know.
The only thing I don't know is why.
Louis.
That's a Louis, it looks like Louis.
Yeah.
There's Bob.
Bob. That looks like.
That's gotta be Dick.
That was me.
I love their
Mask.
Yeah, I know.
I said they look like they came out of the caveman.
I'll never forget. I go in the kitchen. There's only 2 tables or chair, and Santa Claus was talking to my dad, and I went to the bathroom, and the other Santa Claus was in his tub. And I went back and I said, "Daddy, Santa Claus is in the tub." Yeah. He fell in the tub. And I never forget, go to the living room. I'll take care of it. You know, and I come back, and the other Santa Claus and Dad are trying to pull Mom in the tub.
There's Bobby and
Yeah.
That's a funny story. Yeah, I know.
Yeah.
Oh.
Crazy.
no, is that Francis or
That's
Janet?
Francis.
That's Francis.
Francis?
I don't know.
No, it probably is. I think it's your
Jeannie
family.
started trying to
That's your family.
You know, we would all go up in the attic and look and find our toys before Christmas. But you know what? They got smart. They would put all our toys over here and all your toys up there. We would go up and see what we were getting for Christmas, and we never got it. They come over and took it. I said, what the heck is this? That was supposed to be for me.
They stole my toy.
Santa decided you weren't as good as you should.
I'll never forget it.
But they did. They would hide our toys over here, and theirs there. And we'd go up, you know.
Well, they had this attic, one room.
Yeah, I know.
I remember that, and John and I would sneak up. But what we didn't know, Aunt Steph and Mom were upstairs in the attic rapping. And they yelled.
That looks like Uncle Ed.
This is St. Nicholas.
That was Uncle Ed.
If you come up here, you'll never get any toys. I was so scared shitless. Look at that.
That wagon. I don't. Wouldn't you wish you had that now?
Look at the picket fence. That's 41.
Okay, that's
Right.
Janet and
The
Francis
picket fence.
then.
That's 41.
Yeah. Janet and
I don't
Francis.
remember that
Francis
lake
is
across
on
the street.
the
Do
left.
you?
Janet's first.
No.
I did somewhat.
I remember Bingo Lake the other way.
Oh boy.
Looks like you, Bobby. You look like the guilty party. Looking up like, oh man, they caught me.
How did I survive 70-some years?
You know, you look like look at it. Now you missed. No fights yet.
I'm going home.
No fights.
I'm very upset. I'm going home.
I was working one day with
I
Dad.
couldn't have stood any closer.
There's Bob right there.
Yeah.
There's Bob.
See that? They got my working pants on already. Probably didn't put a hammer and a
Bib halls.
ruler.
Got the bib halls on you.
That's Mary Jo.
I don't know, really? I think that's either
Yeah.
Jean or, I don't think I was that, I mean, I don't know.
Oh boy, so many kids.
I know it. I was working with Dad one day on the job, and he called me. He goes, Gene, Tim, Tom, come here. And I would go over there, and 3 or 4 times he goes, Gene, Tim, Tom, come here. I go over there, and the plumber come over, and he says, where is this Tim Tom at? I said, no, that's my name. My name is Gene Tim Tom. Because he knew he would get one of them. And the other 2 weren't even on the job. But it was always, Gene, Tim, Tom, come here.
Dean, that's me with the red pants.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, I can see Gene.
Yeah.
Coca-Cola.
Yeah, take this.
Who's that, Tommy?
That's Tommy.
Right. Who?
Is that Tommy Becker? That's a Becker.
Yeah.
That's Tommy Becker.
Teddy, you got that sign.
That sign's worth
Father Raider.
$10,000.
I don't know if that's Father
Janet.
Raider.
That
I
had
don't
to
think
be
that's
Janet,
Father
though, the
Raider.
sign that was at the old state. But yeah,
Jim
Richie,
never wanted his pictures taken. See
Looks
how
like he had to wear a
that'd
red
be Janet
beanie,
and
I
Francis
think.
there.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's Francis and Janet, yes.
Knows how they had stone columns?
Yeah.
And that's you crying in the middle.
Yeah,
Yeah.
and that one was pictured.
Oh, I know.
Yeah, look at him.
Looks like your mom just yelled at him.
Nope, nope.
Yeah.
I'm not going to. All right, nope, nope. Jim Schilling lost
That's
$200
Frankie.
to me one time.
That's Frankie.
Yeah.
That's me, yeah.
We're talking about Jim. Jim lost $200 to me one time, and come Christmas time, there was a box wrapped in Christmas with my name on it. I opened it up, and it had nickels and pennies and dog food. Oh, it was $200 with a note from your brother.
It wasn't very
$200 in pennies, and he despised paying that bad. It really did.
That's funny.
Wait a minute, now, if this is the same one
Yes,
or a
Bob.
different one?
Yeah.
Look like I'm in a prison uniform.
You
I end up going there.
You never know who's gonna come back to haunt you.
I end up going there.
Well, your mother knew how to dress you.
Well,
Yeah.
now we're in
We
the new
at camp
house
for
then.
27 months.
Yeah,
There's a
You're in the
chain
new
gang
house.
there. There's a chain gang. What's that? What's that?
You work for the government.
Yeah.
Yeah, I work for
It was the government. It was the government.
Paid me 25 cents an hour.
You gotta pay tax on that?
When I was making 200,000.
I remember that barn. That little barn there. I can remember that barn.
That's right. There I am.
Ooh, someone got a gun.
There's another one going to jail.
That's
That's
John.
John.
That's
John tells me to shut up, call me. Okay, I'll call you right there. Can't.
Handwriting was on the wall.
They were getting used to the uniforms.
Getting pre-fitted.
It's terrible. I don't even know what you guys are talking about.
Didn't know they were going to go work for the government.
I work for the government, they only pay me.
That's, yeah, it's gotta be one of the twins. Yeah, that's Tim or
That's your
Tom.
big
I
one.
if I saw them both together, I could tell you.
Is that Dick?
Tim and Tom.
Oh, there's Tom. Tim or Tom.
Could that be
That's
you
what we
then,
call
huh?
Tim Tom.
Yeah.
No, Gene came down. The plumber really asked.
I think that's Teresa.
He didn't come up to me.
I was
What
like,
is
that's
this, Tim
Teresa.
Tom?
I think.
Yeah, this is a little bit, yeah.
Yeah, I can tell.
Sure, ice too, though. Just ice and a little.
They're on vacation.
Look at that.
Yeah.
It was a big,
Teresa.
you know, and I know Christmas was a big event for everybody,
Yeah.
but Christmas was a big event for the Schilling family.
Oh,
It went on for weeks.
yeah.
You look forward to weeks. I mean,
They didn't take, we won't let them take that tree out till June.
that was a sad day when the tree came down.
It was.
Yeah, you know what? It started when we put up the nativity scene. We used to have speakers and play music out there.
Yeah.
Big speakers out there and putting up the nativity and putting the lights. It just became a real event for us. It was crazy.
And Danny kept up the tradition.
Yes. Yes.
You still got the big speakers?
They had a star. Used to have a star. Remember? They had a star.
It was up in the tree.
It was up in the
There we go.
That's Mongo. That's Mongo me.
And Mary.
Miss me riding the horse, Mary.
The pony.
Look at you.
There's Mary.
I fell off that pony.
His name was Ornick, wasn't it?
No, I have no idea.
I don't remember.
We called him Ornick.
That pony didn't last 2 years because he put a sled on him and 20 of us got on it.
That was
There
real
he is,
good the way you
Mongo.
jumped
That was
on.
good.
That was good. You
Bob.
just
Would he jump on it?
Yeah. Did you see that?
There's Grandma.
Yeah.
There's Grandma, couldn't hear her, but
But would always catch me cursing. She couldn't hear, but she could always caught me cursing.
Oh, she could. Oh, read
Yeah.
lips.
Yeah.
Margo, you see that? Margo,
Yes.
you see that? The
Yes,
pony
I
you
did.
ride?
I remember falling off of it.
No, but Shane,
No,
you
I
turn
did.
that back or no?
No, I did see it. I was standing there.
Hey, Margo!
What time next week for I'm not late?
It's at the gas station.
You're that important that you come this late?
Yeah. Well, know what time next week? Yeah.
You're so damn important.
Yeah, I already told you on the last time, if your father was alive today and your uncle was alive today, they'd kick your ass for this. Late October, the days are getting short and you're here trying to tell a story. Yeah, right, yeah.
You're right, I'm leaving.
I'm feeling bad and I'm retired.
One of the funniest things of that guy right there, I never forget, when they were putting the new parking lot in, down at the truck stop. Guy pulled his car in here, and Bob said, "You're gonna have to move your car." He said, "I'll park the car where I wanna park the car." He goes,
And Bob said, go ahead.
Yeah, he goes, you're gonna have to move. He goes, "I ain't moving it." He goes, "Okay, no problem." He goes, "Have a nice day." The guy went to work, Dewey's putting the parking lot in.
Yep.
And,
True story.
Bob goes, run that car over. Dewey goes, I can't do that. He goes, run that car over. He goes, I take all the responsibility, run it over. Crushed it. And he goes, now go put it where the gravel's going.
Yep. Dug a hole and buried the guy's car.
Yeah, buried it. Buried it right in the parking lot.
That's no, I never heard that one.
That's true.
And the guy comes, and
Don't
about
go and
4
have
o'clock.
it.
and he comes,
I didn't have no
he
fear
goes,
then.
where's my car?
You had no fear of Dan?
He goes, where's my car? And the guy goes, I don't know. He goes, well, let me ask help. He goes, you guys didn't see the car on the site?
Nope.
Because nobody was there.
Nobody.
He goes, no, there was no car there. He goes, I don't know.
I didn't know we were allowed to tell. I didn't know we were allowed to tell these stories.
The funniest one we have, I'll never forget that.
Did the guy find his car?
Find it? No! It's under the parking lot.
They buried it. It's still there.
No, it was
Nobody ran it you out?
What?
Nobody ran you out?
No.
No?
No.
Only two probably knew it was you, me, and Dewey.
Yeah. Hey, Mike, you gotta tell them about when you got the equipment coming into your station, and the guy come up and see my dad.
Oh,
and showed him the gold.
they're
Fastly?
Teddy
Is this Fastly?
training horses on the racetrack. And the guy goes, wow, he goes, you got race horses? Oh, yeah. Yeah, and did have race horses. And it was, trying to think the horse you had out there, Golden Ware?
Or was it Waverly Adios?
One Waverly Adios, but the horse you're trained in. And he goes, wow, you got your own track. He goes, yeah. My brother's out there training. He goes, we're going to race Friday night. He goes, wow. Then Dad comes out with his little gold nugget he found in Alaska. And he shows the guy the gold nugget. He goes, wow. He goes, yeah, we pan gold all the time. We go up to my brother and pan gold, and he goes, you find nuggets like this? Oh, yeah, that's kind of small one. You know.
Yeah, bought it.
And the guy's going to sell us equipment. I don't even know nothing.
No, there was $30,000 worth of equipment
Line
coming in there.
machine, balance machine.
And
the
our
guy went-
financing wasn't that good. Until I took them, right?
Right, he really didn't think he was going to give it to us, but when Dad come out, he seen the race horses, he goes, you can have anything you want.
Yeah, that was the credit check.
That was the credit check. And this is 1980.
Oh, man. Look at you.
Who am I pushing? Mike and who else?
There's Mikey. Mike, you always want to stand up.
Is that
Remember,
Is that
your mom
Peggy?
said put white on. Don't
That's
put
gotta be
on
Peggy.
red.
Ann and Carol?
Yeah. Yeah, that's Ann.
Mary,
Michael.
that's Mary with the blonde hair.
Yeah, but that's you, I think.
Davy
I'm holding.
Crockett. Davy Crockett.
Man,
that's
that's
Carol.
No, Carol wasn't that big. I don't know.
Oh, there's that poor
There we go.
That poor pony.
That poor corny didn't last too long.
It looked like he grew up a little bit.
Hey, crazy. After a wedding, we'd come home and we'd have to ride the jackass.
Who's that, Bob?
Who's that?
Jasper.
Yeah. After a wedding,
Yeah.
Jimmy, Tio, and everybody go out there and they'd ride the jackass.
You see that Daniel Boone?
Yeah. There it is.
Davy Crockett.
Yeah, Tim and Tom. Tim and Tom.
That's it.
That one's Tom.
All right.
Raccoon
Joe Walker. All right.
Good
and,
stuff. Yeah.
Yeah.
Is that you, Mike? Standing?
Mickey
Must be.
Mouse.
Yeah, must be.
Yeah, give it to Joe. He's on call tonight. Thanks.
You're right next to Tim and Tom.
You know, the problem with them pictures, we had
Mickey Mouse.
the hand on one day,
My son.
and the next day someone else had
Just
it.
like my son Scott.
Yes.
Well, there's Davy
Oh,
Crockett.
God, yeah.
We had to share.
Thank you.
Oh.
Who was that?
Tim and
Tim
Tom.
and Tom.
Jack and Tom.
That is very old.
There's
Larry. That's what I'm telling you about that pony. It didn't last 2 years and he was dead.
It quit pulling.
We had one.
Uncle Frank hooked it up to the tractor.
Right,
So you would keep pulling.
Right, we hooked up the tractor because the pony couldn't pull
If you
it.
can't pull it, shoot it.
What about your dad with that black lab timber?
Oh, yeah.
We used to run away. He put a rope around it and drug her back home.
I was a kid.
I I can remember Buckskin with that dog he had in the cage. He took some pride in it.
That's what I just.
Oh, and I said,
Look at this golf swing.
I said, Buckskin, you're taking too much pride in this dog. You know, you take more pride in the dog than your kids. So, you know, I took care of that dog. And Buckskin came back to
Wait,
life.
not the collie? No, you didn't the collie. So, because I know Ginger, he shot the collie.
That's where I got that swing from, huh?
That's Jimmy Stewart.
Doggone.
No, that's either Uncle Louie or
Buckskin, I don't
Dad.
like my dog no more.
Probably down in Miami or something.
Yeah, because I think that's where Jimmy Teal and them were, Hollywood, Florida. Well, there's ours.
Okay, yeah.
Horse race.
Oh boy,
They had it back then. They had the fever back then already, didn't they?
Oh, they always had.
Well, they got that from their dad, L.B. Schillings.
Yeah, but you remember after your dad and Frank always saying after the Depression they built Washington racetrack?
Yeah. I came home with them. We were coming from Arlington or something one night.
Yeah.
And we heard, check tomorrow before going to Washington. They had a small fire. We're driving down the expressway.
Oh, it all
and Dad
burned
made me
down.
drive over there, and the thing was completely,
Burnt.
yeah. But we had to drive right up there. Dad had to watch it burn down. You know.
Well, did they have the winner?
There's a fixed race.
Something about Dad and Louie. Every time they came home, Mom and Aunt Stell said, "Well, how do you do?"
Not too good, not too bad.
No, they said
Not bad.
Not bad, but you pretty. I mean, my dad and Uncle Lee,
Whoop it. They took a whooping.
no, they won every race.
Not bad.
It was unbelievable.
Not too
Not
good,
bad.
not too bad.
They would always give them money. My dad would say, "Well, I got my last $10, and I have to give it to them." Yeah, we made so much. Here's $10. You know?
Yeah, I remember your dad always pretty much bet the favorites.
Yeah.
My dad had tickets in every pocket.
Oh, I
Yeah. Oh, my numbers!
Bob, tell the story where you took Uncle Frank's ticket, his winning ticket, and you took him in the washroom, he had his clothes off looking for him.
Oh yeah, we stripped it down naked trying to find the thing.
And you had it the whole time, and you kept encouraging him, he must have put it in his underwear, and he went in the bathroom, and got all his clothes off, trying to find the winning ticket.
And guess what?
That's up by our woods.
No, that's not the pony.
No.
Yeah, this
That's
is
a different one.
Somewhere else.
That pony didn't last.
Remember that one pony?
We had a number of
Dad
ponies.
Louie, Jim Till, Ray Dewis, and about 2 other guys. They partied so much. They would come here at night. After the party would start here at 10 o'clock. I remember this, because we had our pony out here.
They appreciate
And
you
they would
tell
go,
stories.
they would ride the pony at 10 o'clock at night, half drunk. And they forgot to lock the pony back in the stall. They left the gate open, and the pony got into the alfalfa and ate all night and bloated. Yeah, and so I said, Daddy, the pony's laying down.
What a
And he says, "What's wrong?" He calls.
Yeah, it looks like Joanne, yeah.
Dewey Snow, he brings the backhoe over here, digs a hole and pushes them in. You know, he died that night because they
Bowler
left him in,
was the one
you know, the alfalfa.
Bowler is the one
He ate
that did.
green grass all night.
Yeah.
I mean, a certain type of grass.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Who was
I remember
that?
sheep used to do that.
Who's that?
No.
I don't know.
Got a mink still on.
I don't know.
Don't know.
Look at that truck. Look at that truck going down
Yeah, I
41.
see it.
Yeah.
School bus.
Wow.
Yeah. Is that
They're going
crazy?
off to school.
Ran a lot faster on the way home than you did on the way to.
Yeah. Couldn't get to
Look
the
at
bus
the
in the morning.
Yeah.
Look at the
Look, we all have the same kind of
Lunchbox.
lunchboxes. They're all blue. I mean green.
I was so proud of my lunchbox.
Wow, that brings back memories.
Oh, here we are at our house.
Finally
now.
got to
That's
do
our
now.
house,
That,
right?
yeah, that's you, Trees.
Yeah, I'm
In
not.
the dress.
I bet
Is
you
that
any
in
money.
Carroll, or is that our house or your house?
Oh, no, that's.
Yeah.
That's our house.
Yeah.
It's Teresa.
And
Peggy?
is this a CD?
That's where,
That's Tita Marie.
that's where Dad came home one night. Dad come home one night,
Listen,
and he says, and now whose birthday is it? Because there's a birthday cake, and every time you come home, there was another birthday. And Dad walks in the door and he goes, now whose birthday? Well, Dad, I got news for you, it was Mom's. Did not go over.
I got news for you, Dan, it's yours. Oh, I remember this.
Yes.
That was crazy.
Teresa, you remember that? You were scared stiff.
I was. You guys left me up in the crib.
Yeah.
Mom left me in the crib. She was worried about all the boys outside. She was worried about getting everybody to the basement. I
You're in the
still.
basement praying for you.
praying for you. Okay, let me be in the crib.
Now I was going to go back upstairs.
I didn't know that. You were left in a crib. We were outside.
And Mom was worried about getting
Well,
everybody
they called
in.
us in. I remember because it got so
Remember,
dark.
The wall fell down and never hit the house.
right.
None.
And somebody had a baseball hat sitting on top of the roof, remember? And after the tornado, it's still sitting there.
Sitting there after the tornado.
Frankie, that tornado and it hit your roof, one little piece. Remember?
Right. Yeah. One outlet to the roof.
I remember Mom said that, well, Dyer got nothing. That's where Dad was working. He come home and come around the corner of Patterson. I said, what the hell did my kids do?
You know, I was down at the lumber company when it hit. That old barn, that's all we had. You know, the barn.
The trim barn.
Yeah. I tried to keep the doors shut. And then I found out, well, this isn't going to work. It blew the back doors all the way through the front. So I crawled underneath the timbers, the bottom timbers.
Which could have been probably.
Yeah, but they were like a foot off the ground.
Right, I remember that old barn.
And I crawled under there, and
You're looking
when I got
at
out, the lumber was across the street.
Yes.
41 was just full of lumber. It was.
I crawled under there one time.
No,
And there was a nail came.
I was being in the correction center at Smith was out in Mantino. They were teaching me culture in Mantino.
When Francis got married, right?
I was
Right before Francis got
coming
married.
home from that house he was building out in Sherbrooke, and we were coming this way when that tornado hit.
But I crawled under in the trim barn, I crawled underneath, found a keg of nails, said Schillings Brothers Lumber and Coal.
Yeah.
It originated, it was Schillings Brothers Lumber and Coal. You never knew that?
I was being rehabilitated in Mantino, Illinois.
How to use one toilet paper to wipe
Why'd you ask me? And then if
How can you have 1 gallon
of water to take a bath?
hot water that they got on the stove and poured
Hot water.
poured into the bathtub. John and I were in there at the same time in the tub.
Yeah, but you had
We
to,
couldn't even get our crack wet.
but you had to get the water out of the downspout outside from the gutters.
We went catch the water out of the gutters to do the wash.
And then if you
they were the richest people in Mantino.
Frank, then if you went in the bottom drawer, it was all gold silver.
Yeah.
And we had one toilet paper to wipe your ass.
We
No
were
hot water heater, no TV.
No, they didn't
They
have
had
hot
no
water
TV, no
even
batteries.
They said you were coming here.
No hot
Oh,
water.
I already did mine.
Oh, yeah. I lived out
I know
there.
that we were all supposed to be coming here again.
I got caught out there. Well, not together.
Every Sunday they were going to teach me how to read, so I had to read the bulletin from the church. I had to sit at the kitchen table and read the bulletin. Yeah.
Look at my haircut. That was the 80s, wasn't it?
Yeah.
80s?
They took turns sending us to Antino to try to get some culture into it.
Mary, it looks like you just got a bigger bowl.
Hey, Dick, Bob, your brother Lou, he was in Antino. He told me the story. And he would shovel snow in that and get so much money, but the money would have to come, you know, to the family.
Right.
So one day, gives Louis at maybe $3-4 something to go to the grocery store and, you know, get some food. I don't know what it was. So he come back with the change. And it was 2 cents short. Aunt Dorothy figured it out, what everything cost, was 2 cents short. He said, what's your 2 cents? Louis bought a gumball, wasn't it?
Yeah, I remember him telling the story.
I never remember. Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
I don't know what it was, but she knew it was 2 cents short. She knew exactly how much money. And I think he...
Go back to the store and get your change.
Or did he send him up to the priest for what?
Go back to the store and get your change.
I spent 6 weeks there. I stowed a dime or a quarter or whatever. I went to the store and I bought a big Butterfinger candy bar, one of those that you would say $1 for today. I bought one and I hid it in the implement dealer's office. Anyway, me and the mouse shared that for 4 weeks. And I wasn't giving it up, and neither was he. But that was the way it was going to be. Did not stop me from eating the rest of it after the mouse walked.
You didn't mind a couple turds.
No.
You did not mind a couple turds here and there.
I scraped them off.
But not smart enough to wrap it in something else, right?
Man.
Carol, you've been quiet a lot. You come up with something to talk. You're next. Yeah, come on. You got all them kids and babies and all that stuff. Come up with your life.
You took over Aunt Stella's position.
Carol, your turn.
Carol, you took over Aunt Stella's position.
Right. Come on, Carol, say something. You're on camera.
It's candy camera, that's for sure.
Carol, say something.
Plates fill up. Let's eat it. One's the jalapeno.
Now say something, Carol.
We're putting it all together. We're all gonna enjoy this.
Well, then,
We'll put it together.
Oh,
Yeah. Dean, if you put this together, thank you very much. We will all
Oh,
thoroughly
Jesus.
enjoy reminiscing.
Yeah, I'll take a brownie while you're here.
He wants all this recorded.
That was very, very kind. Very nice.
If you go down our hallway at the yard, we have
Over
all
there.
the history
And we
of
used to make
1890.
Oh,
Grandpa,
we
L.B.
brought
Schilling,
chocolate.
your dad, my dad. We showed the gas station, we showed
At the
that
time
sign.
we froze the driveway.
We showed the history,
That
but I
water
never saw
on the
that.
driveway.
That is the best picture yet, showing the gas station with the house
Yeah,
next
go
to
all the way
it.
down
I've never
to
seen
the
that
across
picture
the street.
before.
It's beautiful.
A lot of history there.
Can you go through all the... Well, what we do is show the history of the company down there, because people,
They love that.
well, and it shows
Absolutely.
the old, where your dad developed. We show the history, we show your dad and all the history of development. A lot of people are, you know,
Oh, they love that.
yeah, right. You know.
Yeah, when you go to a restaurant, you always look at when people put history on the wall. You know?
What was that?
Like you go through all the kids, from the oldest to the youngest, and say something funny, at least one thing funny about, funny story, anything about each one. Every one of them.
About each one.
I'm all done. My list is crossed off.
You never got to relax until the job was completed at the end of the day. So we would all have dinner, and we couldn't wait to get done with dishes so we could play with our cousins. But after we got done with the dishes, we had to kneel down and pray the rosary. So then when we were done, it was so exciting because we were coming over here to play. And so often I'd run through this breezeway door and I'd run in there and
we're praying. saying the rosary.
And
We're
Uncle
praying.
Frank would say, kneel. I'm like, no. And I would have to go through it twice. Then I got where I just peeked in the window and looked.
Well, I'll tell you that. Yeah. Okay, it's the same thing. My dad would not allow me to have a car unless I could pay for it, and I couldn't. It had to be a new car. I think it was 75 cents an hour then, so I never had to get a new car. I never get a new car. But my brother got a car. I think when he was 17. But before that, he'd have his buddies pick him up right here, and we'd be there praying the rosary, and Gene Till, not Gene, doesn't matter, Tom Till, and, what's it, Tom Till?
Vernon Teal.
And Paul Hoffman, they'd beat their horn. Dad would get up. Hey boys, come on in. Oh, okay, Mr. Schilling. Oh, thank you. Okay, now, kneel down. We're not done with the rosary. So they would have to kneel. That's the last time they ever came early. They always came 15 minutes later. Yeah.
I always
same thing.
Yeah. I always got to thank my brother Bob. My brother Bob taught me how to ride a bike down the stone driveway.
I got a scar from it.
Yeah, and the only thing is, he never told me we didn't have a chain on the pedals. So evidently you couldn't stop.
Was it you that rode behind a bread truck or the milk truck, or was it Mike?
When we first
All right, you guys did enough. All right, my turn.
Go for it.
All righty. I remember it was at night, or it was late afternoon. I don't know if Mike was in on it or Gene. We ran the hose when it was wintertime down the driveway. So we can have a nice, quick sledding. Oh, you're just talking about that?
That was
Good
smart.
listening.
That was smart.
It froze. I know, and they couldn't get up the driveway.
Yeah, we used to try to go all the way past the road, Anderson, see how far we could get.
Do you guys remember, which I remember, when we had to clean the chickens? And they chopped the heads and they...
Put a box over them.
Then we had the 5-gallon buckets of hot boiling water.
That was every Saturday.
That's where I
Every Saturday at noon.
Yeah.
Yeah, every Saturday.
Every Saturday at noon.
Mary Jo, do you remember the time that Hank Carr came up and went to my mom and said, "Do you know where your kids are at?" And she said, "They're upstairs." And she said, "No, they're down swimming in the pond and there's snow and ice on it." We had a raft and we fell in and we all had to, Mom went down, got us. We all had to spend the whole day upstairs in bed. Bob, that was me, you, Dick, Mary Jo. Mary Jo was involved in it.
Yeah,
But Hank Carr came up the driveway, got Mom, and we're down in the pond had ice on it. Because we had a raft and we were
Right, so I remember the raft came apart, but I remember Mr. Carr,
We were in deep
I was crawling, or not scaling, the wall, the south wall there, and I was just gonna turn to run into the house, and he grabbed me.
Yeah.
I'll never
Hank
forget
Carr.
that. Hank Carr
Yeah.
caught me.
Lucky he didn't take us to jail.
Oh, I was so petrified.
But you thought you committed a
The
crime.
policeman, his name was Carr, his last name was Carr, St. John Cop. But we had a raft down there, we're all on it, but things started to fall apart. So he stopped and probably yelled and we all took off. And I ran up to the house, I'm sneaking alongside the wall, I just turned a corner and there he is, the cop, and grabbed me. But he was...
He came with the cop car. We thought we committed a crime. We did, because we had to spend the whole day upstairs in the,
Oh, you know what else you guys can talk about? Haircut day at your mom's.
Haircut day at my mom.
You remember we all had to get a haircut?
They did a nice job, though. They always was detailed.
You're
It was
welcome.
always detailed.
Okay, how about Saturdays? Saturday afternoons, we all lined up down the hallway. Mom and Dad, Mom and Stell. And we're all lined up while the boys,
Said confession.
No, I'm saying to give a bath.
You went to church for
And
confession.
They were all buck naked. I'll never forget this. We're just down there, all lined up, one after another, dripping. I mean, the water was, they changed the water, I think, twice. It was so dirty. Yeah.
They got that on Aunt Dorothy.
Yeah.
When do we get a bath? Once a week?
I think.
Yeah.
Saturday. Be kept out.
Saturday, to watch Gunsmoke.
No, Saturday.
Popcorn and Gunsmoke.
All lined up down the hall.
Yeah, my dad used to throw 3 of us, 4 of us in the tub at one time.
Be kept out.
Okay, here, I'll give you a couple. You're talking about the chickens, and you know,
That was a good fucker.
yeah. And, there's 12 chickens, usually on Saturday, so we feed us Saturday and Sunday and, you know, during the week. But
Chicken soup.
I'll never forget, John and I, or somebody, that we would pick a chicken, each one would pick a chicken before their heads were off, and bet which one would
Southern?
flop the longest. And we'd bet a dime, and whoever one flopped the longest got the money. Yeah.
But John was sentimental about it.
Yeah.
I had a friend over one time, and they were doing it on a Saturday, and we were laughing, and John come over and kicked my ass, because I was laughing at it. We were laughing at the chicken wings.
Cutting the chicken heads off.
John was a from farmer.
Oh, yeah.
Don't mess with the farmer.
Oh.
He loved chickens, cows, horses. I wish he would just stayed on the farm.
What are you saying? You wouldn't be in the
He was,
horizontal shirts or what?
he was majestic with the animal, but then he got in the business thing and it was a little confusing.
Well, no, Bob. What was confusing is that he was in business with you.
That's it, we had mixed emotions. Which way should we go?
Okay, how about this one? It's at the old house. We are so crazy. Now, this is before Christmas. This is November. St. Nicholas comes. And I think it was Tommy. Okay, and St. Nicholas comes during the day and tells every one of us there's no way you're going to get any toys unless you guys turn a, just be good, because you're not. And he gave Aunt Stell and my mom a bamboo stick about this long. And he says, use this if they don't behave. So we figured this out. We had a meeting. We had a very intelligent, very detailed meeting of what we should do, how to get rid of the stick. So we started a fire. This is at the old house. And to burn the stick. Now, we could have buried it. We could have threw it. No, we had to start a fire and burn it. And it burnt about 2 acres of that slough behind. And Aunt Stella had said, what are you trying to burn this thing? Okay, boys, there was like 6 of us, calls Father Raider, says, get in the car, you're going up to confession. Yeah, they hauled us up there to the church, Father Raider's waiting there, and we all said the same sin. We burned the stick. That was crazy.
Mary, you remember anything the fire when the whole woods
I
burnt?
was gonna bring that up.
What's that?
The fire. It was on
Oh,
Holy,
this one.
Holy
Margot.
Saturday.
I don't remember. We don't remember where you were.
Margot, that was you and
I was there. My brother.
Margot, you're the one that started the fire.
And tried to put the fire out, and like, oh.
No, you started it.
You know why it got started?
Okay, here's
You
how
guys
it
were
works.
playing Cowboys and
Here's how it starts. Here's how it
It
starts.
was me and her.
Yeah. So we start this fire,
You go smoke them out.
but we looked at the wind. We said, well, it's only 40 miles an hour, so I think it's okay to start. It was so damn windy that day. So anyway, we start the fire. It's a campfire, right? And it burned the whole Lewis estate. So, this is Saturday, I'll never forget.
Yeah, but where were you? We couldn't find you, right?
Well, I ran home.
Yeah. Yeah.
I ran home. I
So
ran
listen to
home.
this.
Because I knew it would be.
It burned up.
You were no part of it.
Frankie, it burned up the trees I cut down. You got me out of trouble.
So, Dad comes home at noon. Of course, he knows we burnt the whole place, but he's working at the yard. He comes home, the fire's out, a little smoldery, just a little, but it is black as can be. My dad comes home, he sits on that concrete, limestone bench, and he says, Frankie, come out here. So I come out, he says, how you day? How'd it go?
Had a problem.
I said, it went okay.
You assume we got a problem.
It went okay. Anything you want to tell me?
No, not at all.
And he's looking at me. He says,
I didn't start it.
I says, we got a fire. I said, what'd you say? I said, there's a fire. What do you mean? We burnt a lot of stuff. Where? In other words, he's just drilling. I'm not drilling me. Over there. I'll never forget.
Everything's smoldering in that attic.
Up there, Dad. And he looks, wow. Then he lays it. He waits all his time.
No, I don't.
Then he lays it. He said,
Oh,
you could have burnt your sister.
Yeah, I go you and a one.
But at first he was just.
No, I made sure she was home.
Yeah, I
And he said, well, do you learn anything? No, I'm just kidding. Don't start a fire if the wind is 50 miles an hour. But I'll tell you, my dad, he didn't yell. He just sat down and said, how'd the day go?
She's the one that did it.
I remember the fire. Frankie.
My jacket. It was cold.
Oh, and tried to make
That
up
other-
the
Tried to put it out, but they put it out. It just made it worse. It made it worse.
Ron, you only got to drink it.
Oh, I'm drinking.
Boggle, you started a fire.
You're
you ran
working the
home and I caught hell for it.
All I remember, everybody was looking for you because we thought you were out in fire.
Yeah, you work the window, I'll work the floor.
I didn't realize that until years later.
You can
Right.
help them cook.
But I ran home. I was in trouble.
I will.
Maybe.
I will.
I don't
how
know.
You'll
about I be-
expedite the
how
food.
about I'll be the entertainment and I'll sing.
Hey, can we say that?
That'll work.
How about this one? Drunk last night, drunk the night before. Gonna get drunk tonight worse than I ever were. For when I'm drunk, I'm the happiest can be. Because I'm a member of the Schilling family. One case of beer for the four of us. Hell, that's diamond enough for one of us. For when we're drunk, the Schillings are happiest can be. Because we're all members of the Schilling family. Okay, I'm the entertainment then, right?
My identification in the boulder that you guys pushed down the mountain.
That was them.
That was, oh,
That was
it.
Gene, Dick, Bob,
That was in Boulder City, Colorado. We threw that rock.
Yeah.
We climbed all the way to the top of that hill, and we got this boulder. We're digging on it, and we got this thing bouncing.
And you all had like red sweatshirts or orange sweatshirts.
Yeah.
And I went to eat with Mom and Dad, so we were in a restaurant. And it was Tim, Tom, Gene, you, and Bob.
Yeah.
And you got this big boulder coming down
The side of the mountain. We climbed all the way up there. We dug underneath and kept digging so we could get it to roll.
And I never forget, you guys, I was too small, so I didn't get a whip. And I never forget this rock coming down the thing, and Mom grabbed me. She goes, "Get in the car." She goes, "That's our kid." And then, that's our kid. She goes, "Oh, I had an orange sweatshirt."
That was Tim and Tom. Tim, Tom, me, you.
Dick and Bob.
Dick and Bob.
Yeah.
There was that many of us when went on vacation together.
Right, but I didn't get in trouble because I was eating well on that.
You were, you see the rocks coming down.
Oh yeah, the mom could get in the car. That's our kid. And
the cabins are on the bottom of the mountain.
Right.
But there was a river. There was a river in front.
And the trees were coming down, but there were little trees, and it finally hit this big tree. It stopped it. They went right to the barn. And you guys got whooping that night.
Did we get a whooping?
Oh yeah.
But then you know what? The next night, Dad goes out and there's cattle out on the cliff, and we got those big blowhorns, and we're blowing it. We're trying to get the cattle to fall off the back of the cliff. But he gave us hell because we let the rocks go down. But the next night he was taking us out, and we had those big blowhorns, and he blow harder. That would say.
But I never get that gas.
What about the time when we stopped and got gas?
You guys forgot Timmy.
You forgot Timmy.
You guys left 10 miles down the road and you guys forgot Timmy.
Remember that, Teresa?
I wasn't there for that
Do you
one.
remember when you guys were on vacation and you left Timmy behind in the candy store?
We left Mike behind.
No, I don't live with me.
No, it was Tim.
Did we pull in and the door opened, like you were driving so fast and the door opened as we were pulling into place? And Dad yelled at you and then we left without you?
No, I think we left Timmy. I don't
It was Timmy?
That one they did on purpose. When he left you on purpose.
Yeah.